Hello everyone and welcome to our channel of Azure Cloud Today. Today we will be taking a tour of the Intune Admin Center and exploring most of the tabs present in Intune Admin Center. Please note, to open Intune Admin Center, you will have to navigate to intune.microsoft.com. Once you log in, you will see this dashboard over here where everything is managed and controlled. Think of the home dashboard as the reception desk of a hotel. It gives you a quick status of everything, like how many rooms are occupied, which ones need attention, and if anything needs urgent fixing. We got different tabs that serve different purposes. Some of them are devices, apps, endpoint security, users, reports, groups, tenant administration, and so on. By the end of this video, you will understand each of those tabs. So in the upcoming videos, when we start building policies and enroll different devices, you're already aware where that configuration is inside the Intune Admin Center. Now let me switch over to the actual Intune Admin Center and show you everything live. To open Intune Admin Center, you must type in intune.microsoft.com like I did in your search browser and log in with your admin credentials. Now, why I say admin credentials? Because generally in companies, not everyone has access to this. Only accounts with special permissions can access the Intune Admin Center. However, for us, we have provided our account with global admin credentials, which lets us manage all the devices via the admin center. Let's create a user account, and give the account global admin rights. So for that, we would go to portal.azure.com, search for Entra ID over here, and click on Users. Once the user blade is open, you just need to click on the drop down next to New User, click on Create a New User, enter the user principal name as maybe admin1 in our case, derived from user principal name. Display name is admin1 again. Enter a password. Maybe we'll put azure@123 over here. Copy this password and remember it. Make sure that the account is always enabled. Next, properties. Just make sure that you enter a usage location. Go to next assignments. Add a role. We'll add global administrator over here. Select, review and create. Create. Once this user is created, you can log into portal.azure.com or intune.microsoft.com, and then it will ask you, or it might ask you to register for an MFA where you can enroll your authenticator, your Microsoft authenticator, and then get started. The home dashboard will give you a general overview of the compliance status, enrollment status, connector health, and so on. For example, green stands for compliant over here, red for non-compliant, and green for not evaluated. So yours and my dashboard will not have any device like the companies do, and that is because we haven't enrolled any devices to Intune yet. For example, the total enrolled devices will, when you click on the device blade, it will show up over here. At the moment, everything is 0. If we go to, for example, iOS over here, the configuration, this is where the configuration policies will be pushed. For example, setting a VPN setting Wi-Fi, the setting, block the use of Siri, block the use of camera, and so on. In the compliance policy, you will write something like that a minimum OS version should only be there. Below that minimum version, everything should be non-compliant. And also that the device must not be jailbroken and so on. All of this will be covered in our upcoming videos. If you go over here, you will generally see a lot of devices. Over here, if you have to reset a device, wipe a device, retire a device, sync a device, restart a device can all be done over here. In order to do that, when we see a list of devices, you just click onto the device and you will have the options at the top where you can remotely wipe a device from here, and we'll surely do that. So, if some employee calls and tells you that they lost their company device, this is where we would come, we would select the device, and we would go and remotely wipe the device. The next section is the application section. Over here, we would be pushing the applications on these individual platforms. For example, if I click on iOS over here, I will click on create an application and push the application onto the device or the user profile. The next section is, and also in the application, we would also write configuration policies and protection policies. With the help of app protection policies, we control what happens with corporate data inside the apps. Things like restricting copy pasting can be done. Requirement of a PIN to open a corporate app can all be configured here. As we progress, we would be implementing each one of them live together. The next section is endpoint security, where there are different fields like antivirus, disk encryption, firewall, app application control for business, and so on. Over here, there is also a section of conditional access. This is one of the most powerful features in the entire Microsoft ecosystem. We would be understanding more of this in our next video, which is about how Entra ID connects with Microsoft Intune. Security baselines, on the other hand, are pre-configured security settings recommended by Microsoft itself. Instead of building every policy from scratch, you can apply a baseline and then customize from there. If your organization uses Microsoft Defender for endpoint, then you would be configuring it from over here. If we go to reports over here, you will have a variety of reports, a built-in reports that Microsoft has built in for you. For example, if your manager asks for a compliance report, then this is where you will get them. At the moment, we do not have any devices here, so reports are not really going to generate anything. So tenant administration has a lot of settings. This is where critical live connectors like Apple push notification certificates and other things are present. You can also create role-based policies over here. For example, you do not want your junior IT engineer to wipe the device, whereas an senior IT admin has full controls to even wipe the device. Every action that is taken over here is present or it is shown in the audit log over here. The next section is troubleshooting plus support. This is the blade I wish someone had shown me on day one. When something isn't working for a user, just type in the name of the user. Once you type in the name of the user, you will see every setting in regards to that user, like summary, device, group policy, application protection policy, and so on. So instead of checking at 10 different places on why a user's iPhone is behaving in a certain way, just come here and find everything in one location. The next blade is the user's blade, where we would be creating users. And after that, it's the groups blade, where we would be creating different groups. Groups that we would be working on are of two types, which is one is a user group, the second is a device group. So instead of assigning a policy to a user or a device separately, we would be adding those users or devices to a particular group and then would be assigning the policies to the group itself. So today, we walk through every major section of the Intune Admin Center, like Home Dashboard for status, devices for managing and monitoring endpoints, apps for deploying and protecting applications, endpoint security for compliance and conditional access, reports for generating compliance proof, users and groups for targeting policies, tenant admin for behind the scene configuration, and troubleshooting for when things go wrong. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll get back to you at my earliest. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.